Hello everybody and welcome to another quick Dwarf Fortress tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be covering advanced world generation, which is a very complicated subject. However, in order to actually dive into advanced world generation properly, you need to know some very basic things. And in this video, we're going to be covering mineral scarcity. Now, mineral scarcity, if you create a new world in Dwarf Fortress, is this setting down here. Now, in this version of Dwarf Fortress, which is the premium version, the version 50 and later, the default was set to everywhere. In earlier, older versions of the game, so version 47 and earlier, the default was sparse, which is the amount that I'm used to. So it's very strange to then go into advanced world generation and the default be set to everywhere. When it's set to everywhere, almost every single layer will have some sort of mineral on it that you can mine through and gain, and generally, embark sites will have 4 to 5 different types of metal, if not more. Almost every single embark site in the entire map, in fact. This has a negative effect because it makes certain factions stronger. As an example, it makes goblins stronger because they have access to higher quality metals more consistently, instead of just attacking you with copper. And it also makes humans stronger, and it also coincidentally makes dwarves stronger, which gives elves less of a chance in world gen, which is a little weird. However, if you want a rarer mineral experience where there's actual reason to import materials or go to war with somebody so that you can melt down their great armor, when I generate worlds using the default settings, I set it to either sparse or rare. Now, if you're using the advanced world gen, there is a setting that is pretty easy to find which dictates the rarity of materials. So let's go find that now. I'm just going to set this to a medium region for world generation speed. So we're going to go and scroll down, and we're going to go to mineral scarcity. And it's this option right near minimum volcano number and right above Mega Beast Caves, which we'll talk about in a later video if you want a lot of dragons. So mineral scarcity, the lower the number, the more minerals. So this is the default, which is, from what I can tell, approximately everywhere. I'm going to click Generate World. We're going to pause it right as soon as World Gen starts, and I'm going to show you an example of how many minerals are in each tile. So in World Gen, if you actually click pause right away, regardless of what year it's on, if you move your mouse around, it'll actually show you what is in that region. This is a pretty neat world, actually. We've got this good biome kind of going around the edge of the base of this mountain, and these Joyous Wilds mountains. It's really interesting how often you'll get large amounts of Joyous Wilds in these custom World Gen options, but if you look around, you can see iron, gold, silver, copper, nickel, zinc, platinum, lead, tin lead in almost every single one of these areas. Some of them will have 1 or 2 different materials, like some of them don't have copper, some of them won't have nickel, but most of them have almost every single metal and alloy available, which to me, there's no reason to take part in any kind of trading if that's the way the game runs. So I'm just going to destroy this world and skip back to the main menu. We're going to go back to the mineral scarcity setting, and we're going to turn that number up and see if I can get something that's a little bit more to my liking. All right, so we're back in advanced world generation in the medium region. We're going to go find our mineral scarcity once again. Here it is, and you can see it's set to 100. We're going to set this up to 5,000 and see if that gets us a little bit closer to the rare/scarce minerals that I like. Of course, you could turn this all the way up to 100,000, making minerals so rare, maybe only 1 or 2 tiles on the map could have the ability to become grand mountain homes, and everywhere else would be attacking you with wooden sticks. That might actually be an interesting world, but not something I particularly have interest in playing. I like to have at least 1 kind of metal per map, although it is completely possible to run a very successful fortress with absolutely no metal. I've done it a number of times. All right, so I've paused World Gen again, and we're scrolling around, and as you can see, most of these areas just have flux stone. Some of them have iron. We're not seeing too... Oh, there's some gold. There's a little bit of silver and copper. This is probably pretty close to the very rare setting. As you can see, the majority of regions have no metal to speak of, and some regions, when you get kind of lucky, will have iron, and if you're very lucky, they might have something else as well. Like there's probably an area around here that has silver, copper, and iron, but I'm not going to go digging too deeply to find them. This does seem a little bit on the rare side though, so that number was at 5,000. Let's drop the number down a little bit. All right, so we're back at mineral scarcity, still medium region, so all the settings are the same. Let's set this down to 3,500 and see what that gives us, because the last one was at 5,000. Let's drop it down to 3,500. And click Generate World. All right, once again, we've paused world generation and we're panning around. As you can see, more consistently places have iron. We also have some places that have iron, silver, and copper. So 3,500 to about 4,000 seems to be kind of your old default, which is around the scarce minerals. Of course, Maybe even a bit above. I think 4,000 would be a little bit closer. This seems a little bit like the one above Scarce, which isn't quite everywhere, but like it's plentiful. There's definitely like a lot of materials. Almost every tile on the map has at least something, and this is a really neat area. This kind of completely disconnected from the rest of the world area that's completely uninhabited. That'd be fun to explore in adventure mode. Although, what I have to say is, this is a little bit closer to where I like to play in game, based on the scarcity of just panning my mouse around. But let's try turning the options up a little bit more, maybe bump it up to 4,500, and see what that gives us. All right, so once again, mineral scarcity on the medium region. Let's do mineral scarcity of 4,000. And let's just say 100. So we are currently sitting on 4,100. We've done 5,000. We've done 3,500. And now we're trying 4,100 and seeing if that suits my fancy. All right, here we are. And we are now in my last world gen, just to see how well this generated. So I actually really like this. I think that this is probably closer than the last one even. Silver, copper, zinc. We've got plenty of large chunks of land that have nothing. A lot of the flatlands and lowlands have absolutely no metal whatsoever, but there's still plenty for goblins to survive and be able to fend off the elven hordes, and also enough for the humans to be able to do their low, shallow mining. So I hope that you found this video on advanced world generation helpful. If you would like to see more videos like this about Dwarf Fortress, check out this YouTube channel where I have more videos than you could reasonably watch in a lifetime. And I just want to say real quick thank you to everybody who's watched these advanced world gen videos so far. As always, if you have ideas for things that I could add to this advanced world gen series, you can leave a comment down beneath the description of this video. And also, if you need the defaults for the default settings, I've linked to the wiki page so that you can add the defaults back in yourself manually, in case for whatever reason you need to find them again. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.